Hey everybody, it's Mike. I just wanted to come back with you again here today um, and share personal experience, right? Because I think I can best speak from the experience I've had and to share that with you to understand why I am pursuing the things that I am pursuing. So today I just kind of want to talk about learning and development and why I think it's imperative that all organizations do a better job of training their employees. You've heard me in the past talk about the disconnect between what businesses need and what education provides. You've also heard me talk about the gap in what employers are doing for their employees as far as ongoing training and development beyond new hire onboarding. And that new hire onboarding needs to be a lot more than a single day or a week of training on systems and then kind of throwing people to the wolves. I can say from the last 4 organizations that I've worked with, they've all been inadequate in the training and development that they provide to their employees. So, with that being said, I just think that there needs to be a more intentional effort at all levels. It can start in the college and the classroom, but it's more important that employers invest and develop in their employees and giving them the skills that will help them succeed, setting measurable objectives to kind of set the bar as far as how much each employee can improve. And it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. You can offer training on employee communication, but maybe only half of your employees need it. You can offer training on collaboration, but that's going to apply differently to different people within the organization. So you'll see through coaching performance results especially, I share a lot of brain-based training and evidence-based strategies to help employers make more informed decisions in the training they choose to offer. And I think one of the I don't know if I want to call it the easiest solution, but if you want to truly equip your workforce with the skills they need, you need to develop an ongoing training program. That we talk about gaps in the workforce, an aging workforce, the knowledge transfer that needs to occur between old employees and young employees in the workforce. And that's not going to happen by accident, right? There needs to be intentional mentoring and cross-training to allow that knowledge transfer to happen. So I've been fortunate enough to work in an organization that was small and profitable, and they gave me some extra responsibilities to develop and implement formal new hire onboarding training as well as ongoing sales development and sales administrator trainings to help the organization all work together towards a common goal. And what I was able to achieve in doing that was over 400% growth in an organization. It was about a $4 million a year business and take them over $20 million in 3.5 years. And it didn't happen overnight, and it started with small pieces, me training a small group and taking them for an hour a week, a half hour on a Monday and a half hour on a Friday, and not just talking to the group, but engaging the group and letting them share what was working, what was not working, where the challenges were. Sometimes I would run the training. Sometimes I would ask members of the group to tell us, okay, you had success selling this product, or you had success at trade show prospecting. Why don't you tell us what you do and what's been successful for you in the past? And what that does is it gives accountability and ownership to all of the individuals in the group to feel that they're contributing, to share what they're best at, and to help educate everyone else. And the reason that's so powerful is because it's not someone on a soapbox saying this is what you need to do because this is what works. It's people telling you from their best practices what their strengths are and sharing that with others in the group. And then we create dialogue around that. We ask some questions. As the facilitator, I do some probing, right? I ask questions to help make it easier to understand, to have some key takeaways that everybody can take and use in their workday. So I think it's very important that we consider brain-based coaching and looking at the research and how people's brains work. And this works for consumer behavior. This works for employee development. I talk a lot about soft skills, although that's not the only thing that's important, but it's becoming more and more important with automation and the technology that's available. Machine learning is going to eliminate positions, hands down, no doubt about it. Automation is going to eliminate positions. It's going to eliminate tasks that people have to carry out that used to be tedious, and now those tasks can be automated, they can be simplified. And I really think it's important that we focus on soft skills, especially things like communication and empathy and emotional intelligence, as well as hard skills like sales and digital skills and personal branding and working with the organization from the top down to implement programs. I talk a lot about social selling and sales enablement, and these are things that can help an organization grow exponentially if they get buy-in from the top and push that down through the organization. With a little bit of intent, there's so many tools that can be implemented to improve the way you communicate with customers, to make database decisions, to understand where customers are in the buying cycle, and then using content strategy to help overcome objections before the objections are ever raised. It allows you to score leads to know when someone is in the buying cycle as opposed to when they're just shopping or fishing for information, so that your business development reps, so that your customer service reps know when to reach out. I'm going to share some case studies of things that I've done that have worked that I think could be transferred across a lot of other organizations. And like I said, I've had experience in several organizations where they do provide some training. They all provide a base level, but when it comes to continuing education and continuing skill development and developing your employees and measuring them against benchmarks so you get the peak performance out of each person is not to be discounted. The companies that are going to lead the way are going to do this, and I think the organizations that invest in internal training, and what I'll even call an internal skill development university, where they say, okay, these are the skills we're missing, we're lacking, let's intentionally train our employees with these. Every employee that comes in will have this baseline skill set, and then you can coach them to use those in leadership roles. You can translate that to roll up line. You can provide leadership development training at all levels of the organization, because this isn't about, millennials get a bad rap, right? There's a lot of stereotypes out there that they're lazy or they're this or they're that, but they also have a lot of strengths. And if you play to the strengths that these individuals bring in your organization and allow them cross-train older employees, again, this knowledge transfer happens from old employees to young employees and young employees to old. And with some intent, you can improve your business outcomes. And I'm very intentional about this. I want to provide skill development training. I want to provide coaching within organizations to help you unleash the potential of the human capital within your organization. I've got some great mentors, some who are several years ahead of me, some who are very deeply ingrained in the local workforce. But again, I've seen this on all coasts of the country, organizations of all sizes, and personal development needs to be intentional. It needs to be included. And I'd love to help provide you an outline and a strategy and even a workshop on some of the skills that your employees may need. Please, if you follow me on LinkedIn, or if you don't find me there, you can also check for my LinkedIn business page, Coaching Performance Results. And again, I share a lot of evidence and articles written by other people, industry leaders, thought leaders. I'm just someone who's been on the ground level long enough, and I've been fortunate to be in leadership roles where I've been able to empower people on my teams. And like I said, it started small with a group of 5 people and then grew to a room of 50, and bi-weekly trainings, sales support trainings, and technical trainings to help people better understand the technology. I have 2 niches that I can speak to specifically, and that's telecommunications and internet service providers, cloud computing companies, so the technology space, as well as education. I was a teacher right out of college, teaching K-12. I also spent some time as a professor and an academic advisor and a program manager at the college level, and I'd like to help the education system improve, the the skills they're equipping their students with as they come out into the workforce, as they go from high school to college and college to employment, as well as helping employers develop these in-house universities where you can specifically target the skills that are most needed within your organization. If you have any current needs, I'd love to invite you to connect with me on LinkedIn, on Facebook. I've got a Facebook college CPR page for the education space. I've got coaching performance results for the personal branding, the personal growth mindset, entrepreneurial mindset, soft skill developments, as well as at the organizational level where I think I can have the greatest impact. If you can bring me an audience, I can bring you content and a delivery that will engage your audience and give them some actionable takeaways. And together, I think we can help everybody improve the performance of themselves and of your organization. Again, this is Mike. I'll be coming back to you with more. I'll be sharing some case studies and some specific examples, but I look forward to speaking with you. Please reach out if you have any needs in your organization today that you think I can help with. Otherwise, have a great afternoon. Today was Monday. I always hit the ground running. I hope you do the same, and continue to invest in yourself, because no one has your best heart at interest more than you do yourself. And if you're an employer who's interested in helping your staff, I want to help you. If you're an education system and you want to help with student outcomes and you want to offer train-the-trainer programs for your guidance counselors, your teachers, or any level of support staff, I'd love to be there to help you and leverage my experience. Have a great afternoon, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.